Valentine's Day is around the corner next Monday, and traditionally that means bouquets of roses.
But former HGTV star Paul James says there are several other flowers you can choose from.
News on 6's Meredith McCown is live with the gardener guy at Southwood Landscape and Garden Center this morning in South Tulsa. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Leanne and Dave. If you want to mix it up this year, but aside from the traditional roses for Valentine's Day, there are plenty of options to choose from. Here to talk about it is the one and only Paul James. We're back with the gardener guy. So, Paul, looks like there's several things, several beautiful alternatives.
There are, but I'm not suggesting that you not go to your local florist and buy cut flowers. I suggested that a few years ago, and I got some angry letters from people in the florist business who we all want to support. So I wanted to get that get that out of the way off the top. But there are some great alternatives. Here's one, Cyclamen. Beautiful flower, variegated foliage, just is a really stunning plant. You like this one, don't you?
I do, a cyclamen. I love the red color too. Kind of festive for Valentine's Day too, but then you've got the pretty greenery.
They come in other colors, but I had to go with red today.
Had to go with the red, of course.
And you can actually grow these outside as well. So you can give them a nice little home indoors for a while, and then they can also go outdoors.
They can last even longer than the
like your love.
season. Yes, exactly. It's a symbol. It's a symbol of love. Okay, what else do we have?
I'm celebrating my 46th Valentine's with the same woman.
Congratulations.
How about that? 46. Okay.
Amazing.
This is one. This is a succulent. It's called a calancho or kalanchoe, depending on where you're from. Also comes in a lot of different colors. Very easy to care for. Needs some bright sunshine. Don't overwater it. And these two can be grown indoors and then put outdoors in a pot on the patio.
They're
if you
really
want to
pretty.
enjoy them. They are really pretty.
I love the yellow and the little flowers, and it's kind of
shiny.
unique, a succulent. Mix it up a little bit. You don't hear about those very often.
It's different.
For Valentine's Day.
Here's one you really like.
Okay, I gravitated towards this one. I just think it is so beautiful.
So this is Campanula or bellflower. Can you see why it's called bellflower?
Because they look like bells. I mean, isn't that crazy? Look how the flowers are shaped. It really does look like a little bell in flower form.
Yeah, and these I'd say give them all the light you've got indoors.
All the light.
Give them all the light and all the love. You can.
Light and love. So put them in a sunny spot and then.
Oh look, Primrose. These are gorgeous little flowers.
So pretty.
There are some that are actually native to Missouri that do really well outdoors here. But I love the Primrose, and again, had to go with kind of the color that was more reminiscent of Valentine.
These are two of my favorites, pink and yellow, and they kind of look like a tie-dye flower.
They do.
Too.
They do.
Kind of fun, and they're really delicate, kind of dainty.
You know about tie-dye. You're too young to know about tie-dye. That's my generation.
Love some tie-dye.
Excuse me, where are we? Let's go with...
This one is so crazy. Check out this plant.
This is a bromeliad.
A bromeliad. I had to practice saying that one.
Bromeliads are in a group of plants called epiphytes, and what that means is they don't really require soil. They can grow, they're from the tropics.
Interesting, okay.
Rainforest, for instance, so they're growing on trees. They actually attach themselves to trees, and they're really amazing plants. Now these are growing in soil, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Actually, one epiphyte that requires soil is the pineapple. How about
Interesting.
that? Yeah.
Okay, so what's the best way to take care of a plant like this?
Again, pretty bright light, not right up against the window where it might get too cold, believe it or not. I mean, you don't want leaves touching windows or too hot. But bright light, evenly moist. Again, it's, rainforest, likes that moisture.
Right.
They're pretty easy, pretty carefree.
Yeah, perfect. And then we have one more to talk about that we make sure we want to get to. And it is the one, the only.
Saving the best for last.
The best for last. The orchids.
Orchids. Again, an epiphyte. These grow on trees in their native environs. There's a misconception that they're hard to take care of. They really aren't.
It's a myth.
Decent light. Keep the roots somewhat evenly moist. It's okay if they dry out for a day maybe, but don't let them sit there for, and be dry.
Okay.
At the same time, don't let them sit in water. So if you have a saucer underneath, you want to drain the saucer after you water. But oh my goodness, the variety
We've been looking around, they're everywhere. There's so many colors to choose from. I mean, there's the unique ones with this, like the purple speckles and then just plain white, purple, pink. So many beautiful options.
And they have the smallest seed in the plant kingdom.
Interesting. Fun little fact.
One
for your
little seed
Tuesday.
pod can contain 4 million seeds.
Who would have thought? I didn't know that. Well, Paul, thank you so much for showing us all of these amazing alternative options. Of course, roses are a classic, but if you want to get an orchid, a bromeliad, a bellflower, lots of other things to choose from if you want to mix it up for this Valentine's Day.
I
Back to you
love it.
guys.
Thank you. That's great information.
Really
Appreciate
good.
that, Meredith.